Hey, welcome back. Before I got too far along here with the insulation, I kind of wanted to show you what we've been doing the last week or so. If you can remember, last time I had this whole section still covered in plywood, and we were had the laser set up, and we were showing you, how unlevel it actually was. So shortly after that video, I actually took all this plywood off, and I discovered that a lot of the floor joists were kind of split and not in very good shape, kind of rotted out in some spots, and I didn't really like it. So I ended up spending a lot of the week actually rebuilding all this, and I decided that since this span right here, which is about 9 feet, since it's farther than 8, which is kind of a standard rule of thumb, in my mind anyway, that you can span about 8 feet with a single 2x10. Since it's just slightly longer than that, I decided to double them up, just for deflection mostly. I just want this floor to feel really solid when we're walking on it. So is it overkill? Yes. Do I care? No. We're only going to be in here one time, and so I just, it's a couple $100 in wood and just a little bit more time, and so not a big deal in my mind. But anyway, I wanted to show you this, like how actually unlevel this was. I ended up notching the floor joist right there, and you can see my level line right above. So it's about like 2.5 inches out of level by the time you get to that corner right there. So I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but if we back up here, you can see how big of a slope that is with my level sitting right there. And sure as shit, it's right on the money. So this wall is extremely out of level, and so I'm going to end up reframing, sorry, the shaky camera, I'm going to end up reframing this whole wall and just cutting the studs down to level, just to level it out. And when we cover it all up with sheetrock, you'll never know that that's what we did. It'll just be apparent right now. So we'll end up covering it all up. But I wanted to show you that kind of the amount of work that went into actually, notching out every single one of these floor joists just to get this floor leveled up. And then of course it slopes back down to about normal by the time we get to this corner. There's probably like about a 1/2 inch variance right there, and then by the time we get to the end, we're back to flush. So it was, just a bit extra work, but in my mind, had to do it to do it right. So, and then the other thing I was going to show you here is kind of how we do this. Before I got the insulation put in here, we've got the visqueen or the vapor barrier down, and I kind of ran it up the sides a little bit. And then I've got string stapled every foot to the bottom of these floor joists, and basically we just set the insulation right on top of that. And that's just so, gravity doesn't take over and pull the insulation down into the crawl space. So anyway, that's how we're doing that. And hopefully by the end of this weekend, we'll have a lot of this area sheeted and the new subfloor put down, and I won't be falling through the floor anymore. So anyway, stay tuned.